That night, I was lying alone on a hospital bed, heartbroken, bank balance zero, and the doctors had said, your illness is incurable. But today, I'm going to tell you how that darkest time became my greatest teacher. My name is Rahul. At the age of 32, I went through pain that some people may not experience even in an entire lifetime. It was that cold night of 2023. I walked out of my office. It was raining, and in my hand was a termination letter. I had given 7 years to that company, but an economic recession left me standing on the streets. House rent, loan EMIs, everything came to a halt. But God had something else planned. 2 weeks later, my body stopped functioning. The doctors told me, you have an autoimmune disorder. This illness will stay with you for life. I was shattered, job gone, health gone, and savings exhausted. One day, I looked at myself in the mirror and broke down. Why me? Why only me? But then one day, I picked up that book that changed my life forever. That book, the one that taught me that pain is just a message, and I understood it. Do you want to know how a man lying defeated on a bed stood up again? That night, I was curled up in the corner of my house. Doctors report, the fear of unemployment, and an empty bank account. In my hand was The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. And that book asked me, Rahul, who will write the ending of your story? You or your circumstances? I decided, no more crying. Time to fight. I understood my illness, asked doctors, did my own research. I started small online jobs, freelancing, blogging, and most importantly, I learned to love myself. But this path wasn't easy. Many nights, I spent groaning in pain. Many people said, you won't be able to do it. But I didn't give up because I had learned. The pain that doesn't kill you turns you into steel. And then, 6 months later, a miracle happened. The doctors had said, you can't be cured. But 6 months later, those same doctors were shocked to see my reports. Would you like to know how my illness became my greatest strength? When I made my illness my teacher, that's when the miracle happened in my life. I started writing about my pain on blogs, social media. People read it, and thousands of messages started pouring in. Your story gave us courage. One day, a major motivational platform called me to join their team. But even here, there were challenges. Working during my sick days was difficult. Sometimes the pain would get so bad that I couldn't write. But I didn't give up because now I knew. Every pain is a story, and every story can change someone's life. And then, 1 year later, that historic day arrived.
The same illness that tried to kill me today has made me a brand worth million. Would you like to know how I turned my incurable pain into my biggest business model? That day, when my first YouTube video went viral, how I stay happy even with my illness. 50K views in 24 hours. Big brands started calling me, we want your story. I created my own motivational brand called Power from Pain. But here too, there was a trial by fire. People said, you're just a sick person, what can you change? Some days, I didn't even have money for medicines, but I turned on the camera and said, yes, I'm sick, but I'm not defeated. And then, that video crossed 1 million views. That night, for the first time, I looked at myself in the mirror and smiled, because now I knew. God gave me this pain for a reason, so I could understand others' pain too. And then, 1 year later, an incident happened that changed everything. That day, when I was back on the hospital bed, doctors said, there's no hope left. But I smiled, because I knew my story wasn't over yet. Everything was going well for a year, my YouTube channel was growing, brand deals were coming. Then suddenly, my illness struck again. I was admitted to the ICU. Doctors gave up, but my viewers didn't. Thousands trended #SaveRahul, and a complete stranger risked his life for me. When I woke up from coma, I saw the love of 1 million subscribers, a new liver donor who gave me a second life. And the first draft of my book that I wrote in the ICU itself. Pain only breaks you when you fear it. Every darkness brings a lesson, you just need the courage to learn. Because your greatest weakness can become your greatest strength. And always remember, as long as you're fighting, you haven't lost. Today I'm alive, happy, and have become the voice of millions. But most importantly, I've learned that nothing in life is incurable, only courage should be incurable. Did this story inspire you? Comment below. I won't give up either. If you think this story can change someone's life, please share it. New story coming in 3 days. Subscribe now so you don't miss it.